There's me. There's you.
There's me.
Sorry we don't have a fancy song and graphic like Cario, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, who cares about them though?
Let's go. There's me, face. What else we got here? There's the league. How do I get rid of this thing? There's that. All right. Rich and Luke, episode 123. Say hello, Luke.
Hello, 123. Big
Heck yeah.
episode.
Oh, yeah. Huge milestone. What's wrong? There's not something going on. I mean, it's not SHL related unless there's something I don't know about in the SHL, but I assume we're talking Bills Chiefs or I mean, I'm missing part of the Hawks game. Not that anybody wants to watch that.
I'm Eagles just won, so
Yeah, yeah.
I can't complain.
This is not necessarily about viewership, Snoozu. This is about SHL bucks, at least for me. I mean, Luke doesn't, what does Luke need it for? But
Yeah.
anyway, season's over. What? I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to say there. I kind of just want to go into questions and start knocking those out because we got a bunch and there's some at least a few interesting things in there. So, how's that sound to you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good.
Oh, dang! Of course, I forgot. Sloth's first question is kind of like the most obvious question on the planet as far as like
Yeah.
timing and what's happening right now. Thoughts on how the playoffs went?
The SHL playoffs?
Yeah. SHL playoffs.
Oh boy. We lost 4 overtime games in a row.
Oh,
So it
really? I didn't
was
know that.
yeah, it was 4 overtime games in a row off of Toronto. So that shit sucked.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see Toronto go on that run. But yeah, to be on the receiving end of that wouldn't
Oh
be
my
great.
god, that was not fun. Oh, watching it,
But listen,
I was
that
just like at game it was over 5 because like the first game we shut them out perfect, and then the next 4 games we lost in overtime. So like watching the fourth live sim where it's just like, oh well, we're going to overtime, and then it's like, oh, we lost. I'm like, fuck. It was just you had to laugh off of the season that we had. You know, goaltending actually showed up this in the playoffs and not the regular season, and then it flipped where we just couldn't pull it off.
yeah, I don't think either of us are particularly like thrilled with how the playoffs went in terms of our teams, how our teams went.
Yeah.
Um, we just I don't know. LA was like not consistent all season. We were just like constantly struggling. We weren't bad, but it was like we should have been better than we were, and that carried over into the playoffs. We just weren't good enough
Yeah.
for everything. So that was fun. So we ended in the first round losing in 7 to New Orleans, but that's life. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, New Orleans had a really good season this year.
Yeah, they
I
were
think
surprisingly good. Although
Wally was a big help,
yeah,
probably with
I,
coaching.
I
I
assume
know
so anyway. I actually don't
if
know.
anything, Wally's is a good coach in the regular season at least. Um, but yeah, for both of our teams, kind of sucked.
Oh, I
It
should
was
pull it
funny
up.
that you guys traded for Squall, and then
Oh, I know.
Toronto went to the conference
Oh,
final.
that's so brutal. Like,
Game 7, conference final. Squall could have been a part of that. That was
yeah,
really funny.
that's so tough. Like Toronto going as
Yeah.
far as they did with the cap penalty, and then yeah, like geez,
Hmm.
kind of wild.
It happens though.
Yeah, yeah, that's life. That's how she goes. Sometimes you get the goalie rolls, sometimes you don't. I don't know. I don't. I more or less checked out of the playoffs once we were out, so I didn't pay attention to the actual like results or like how series played out. So I don't really know what's going on. Um, so I don't really have a whole lot to say outside of being like, oh, we didn't win, so I'm not super happy. But that's as far as it goes for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, congrats on San Francisco, the first back-to-back since Seattle
Hmm.
won. New England almost could have done that. Well, whatever, season 64, season 65, but we got our ass kicked by Los Angeles in season 65, I think, or
60,
season whatever
I
it
think
was.
5. I think it was 5
Yeah,
because that
something
was
like that.
my last season on my previous player.
Yeah, So, congrats to San Francisco for that. Tampa, maybe next season. What they're now, let's see, they won the cup in season 18. So,
Is that really the last?
yeah, so we're getting close for Tampa's, maybe they'll win, but definitely the longest playoff cup drought. Yeah, playoff cup drought.
Hmm.
But, they've been to the finals 3 times since then. They lost to Calgary off of a reverse sweep in season 50. I remember that. And then they lost to fuck, who did they lose to?
I don't
They
think we
lost
made
to
the
they
finals in
lost to Los
38,
Angeles. They
but
lost to Los Angeles.
in 38, I think we were in the conference finals, not the
Well, you can always check.
finals. I'm gonna go off memory here.
No, you
Sorry.
can just
Actually, it might have been
do the drop
37
down.
too.
Just do the drop down, right?
Where? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to ask you about that also later. You'll have to remind me.
Okay.
About STHS stuff. I think it was 37.
Yeah. I don't know. You can check now.
Yeah, 37. Conference finals against Winnipeg.
There you go.
Frustrating because I still maintain that we were the best team in the league that season.
Yeah, but you lost to Winnipeg.
Oh, we lost. Yeah, to Winnipeg, double shifting their entire team.
Heck yeah, baby.
R.I.P.
Jason Fizzer.
Literally only two
God.
forward lines, playing all 4 line positions. Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, it was. West Kendall was the other team. BV. They're now Baltimore, but they were West Kendall platoon for a long time.
West Kendall. It's like a suburb of Miami. Weird,
Don't ask
right?
why I was
Weird.
named there.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I still dig the name. Like, I think it's a cool name, West Kendall Platoon. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
but yeah, congrats to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Huge win. That's now Justin Time's 3rd cup. Forget which one. Whatever it was. I know his 3rd cup. But yeah, very, very good. Oh, is it his 4th?
Yeah, one in
I knew
Edmonton.
it was right. Oh, yeah. I forgot this is San Francisco's 3rd cup. Yeah, it would be his 4th. Yeah, so congrats to them. Yeah, crazy playoff run by Toronto. Texas kind of had their last dance with the squad. A lot of them are being regression. And then, yeah, I mean, it was fun. Can't complain.
Yeah.
I didn't have Calgary beating Seattle. I thought Seattle would have gone to the 2nd round, but
I mean, Calgary's actually, I think
Calgary's a good team.
Yeah, no, Calgary's a good team. Seattle, I think, overperformed in the regular season. So I don't remember what I predicted because I flush all that as soon as I hit the submit button.
Yeah, me too. Well, I copy from someone, but same thing.
Oh, really? Man.
Yeah, I copy off of everyone.
Wow.
No original thought here.
Come on. What is this? The prime time?
I'm here.
Come on.
That's also. I'm here to get the most. I'm here to get the most TPE for my team.
All right. SHL playoffs. There you go, Sloth. Condolences to SHL Philadelphia for not. How far did they go? 2nd round? Yeah.
Yeah, they.
How she go? Oh, they were in Toronto's path. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Off of Philly was doing very good against Toronto, but I don't know. Yeah, what a magical run.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what else we got. If you could take a trip to anywhere in the world next week, fully funded, so you don't have to worry about the cost, where would you go?
The Super Bowl.
Okay. Next, is there a week between? Or is that how it used to be?
Oh shit, you're right. I have no idea.
Next week's, yeah. I didn't, when I first read this, I didn't think to account for potentially weather. So I guess I'm just not going to do that. But for me, it's probably South Korea, probably to Seoul.
That'd be sick.
I had a chance. I had a chance in the past to have been stationed in South Korea. And I ended up separating instead from the Air Force. Got my orders.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that
I'm not moving to Korea for. Yeah, I'm out. Sorry. And I kind of, I regret it in the sense that I would have liked to have seen Korea, but not in the sense that
Mhm.
I got out. I was
Yeah, I
done.
was about to say like it's either like the army or teaching English over there.
Yeah, yeah. Good old Air Force. We got
That's fair.
my
Good
particular
old
job
careful.
has that's like the only overseas like option is
Hmm.
Korea for what I did, and
What did you do?
so I was the broad term is fighter avionics, which
Hmm.
is essentially like the electronic systems of aircraft, radar, electronic warfare, radios. Oh god,
Mm.
it covers like it's basically anything that isn't mechanical,
Yeah.
and anything that isn't like the electrical systems themselves. So like what sends current, across the aircraft. So like the actual components of the, like, yeah.
Yeah. Get all
Uh,
the little doohickeys
but
in there.
basically that means like almost everything we do is radar and electronic warfare because those fail all the time and they're extremely
Oh yeah,
complicated,
of
so they require
course.
a lot of maintenance. But the
Yeah,
Korea
yeah.
thing was on kind of the most interesting airframe potential for my particular career field, and that was the U-2, which is a surveillance plane. Like super
Hmm.
old too. It's like a kind of an ancient plane, but no, nothing else in our fleet can really like duplicate what it does.
Old reliable.
So
You know, it'll make them other use though.
yeah, yeah. The thing that is supposed to replace it, the old, what do you call it, Global Hawk, the unmanned, it can't fly in the rain.
Hmm.
So rip.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
I hope they fix that now, but at the time when it was like being rolled
Can't
out, we
fly
were
in the
all like, "Ooh,
rain.
are we all gonna be out of a job?" And they were like, "No, it can't fly if the weather's not good, like even a little."
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Listen, when the radar goes down, you need someone to get there,
Hell yeah.
which is your
Gotta
guy.
gotta replace that 081. Nobody knows what that is. All right. Oh, do you got
Radar.
an answer then outside of the or Super Bowl? Is that gonna count?
Um,
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
it's in New Orleans, I think.
Okay.
I would say Italy. Why not?
Italy. Italy's interesting.
Yeah, why not?
Lots of cool potential history.
Hmm. Can't complain off of that. I'll do that.
All right. We got some questions from Troy. Who's our guest going to be?
Hmm.
We don't do guests unless I
Yeah,
decide for some
not
reason to just
anymore.
randomly invite somebody.
Let's do Kari next time.
We could. I hate having to like plan too far ahead though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll have it be spontaneous.
Yeah. Pineapple on pizza. He weirds it. He like phrases it weirdly, but I am not a pineapple on pizza person. I don't care. Like I just don't. It's not for me. So no, thank you.
And then what did he ask me?
Pineapple on my pizza.
No.
All right. What minor change would have the biggest effect in the league? What I don't. That's right. Your questions.
Minor
They need
effect.
work.
I guess the minor effect is allowing no one to go on the portal. No, actually, no, that is a major effect. I don't know. No more chirper.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
No more chirper.
No more
Perfect.
chirper. um. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I can think of. That's like would be minor.
Yeah.
That would. Yeah. All right. What percentage of teams should be active versus? Oh, I guess percentages of players on the team should be active versus inactive in the SHL.
100% should be active.
I mean, it's not. It's
Obviously.
genuinely not that difficult to be like 90% plus. Like 100's tricky simply because you got the goalie spot right.
Yeah.
But like, there have been times in the league where LA has been having the full 17 update in a week. Like, and I'm sure there's other teams where that's true as well. It's 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 not like a requirement, but it's like I think it's indicative of like good management, good team culture, which
Yeah, I
generally is
think
going to
probably
like
like
lead to good things.
80-20 is probably the best.
Yeah, 80-20 is probably like more typical. And not to say
Mhm.
that's like a bad thing. That's, I would say, pretty good. But like a team like in competition mode should probably be like rubbing up against 100% active. Should the junior league consider downsizing?
If only to make the SHL expand. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know the statistics over there on like
Yeah,
who's active and who's not.
it's too difficult to like, yeah, with the like the whole numbers behind it. It's like such a kind of impossible to answer question. The only time I thought it was reasonable to potentially downsize the juniors was in like season 28 or something like that, 29.
Yeah.
Um,
Right when you guys expanded too.
yeah, it was like a couple seasons after we expanded, and there was a draft where it was like a round and a half. It was not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Now, right now, like I don't. Doesn't seem like a great idea.
Yeah, recruitment's been pretty good. I mean, this upcoming draft, there's like 40-ish players. That's like half decent. So
We've got some questions from Vitor about the old. A lot of it's about his media stuff that he's been doing.
yeah, no, he's been killing it.
Yeah, actually, this like past 2 weeks, media has been really good. Like media and
We've been-
podcasts and stuff, like
Been feasting.
solid.
Yeah,
Pretty nice.
with Lime's very funny media. Vitor just pumping stuff out. I was as well.
Yep.
A couple other small things here and there, like Whitecaps, back to back stuff. Was
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool to see.
Yep. Thoughts on the time ranking stuff? That was really fun. I I'm interested because I don't remember if I spent I don't remember if I
spent some
spent time
hours.
anonymous on the old site. I can't remember if I did or not.
It only tracks MyBB or not.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's only MyBB and above, which makes sense because
Oh.
I came into the league right when we switched to MyBB. So it makes sense on why I have the most hours.
I still think you would,
refresh a
regardless.
lot.
But
Yeah, I just refresh a lot. That's basically it.
I do a lot
And
as
then
well, but not anywhere near your level, obviously.
a lot of it was in the first like 4 years of the site. I know I reached like a year pretty quickly, and then after that, as you use it less. But yeah, it was pretty funny being like, oh yeah, I just tripled the Jess or Finn.
Yeah, no, it's really really interesting to see. I mean, a lot of it's like, especially the site hours. Actually, even with the ratings and stuff, it's all very like, yeah, this all makes sense. Like,
Yeah, it does. Except for Sloth. I don't get Sloth at 259.
Sloth is like one of the nicest humans in the league. Like, he's such a great dude.
That's just an act. But we'll see.
Yeah.
He's all right. But yeah, I spent too much time. But it was funny being like, oh yeah, the Grizzlies #1 in
oh yeah, because you got
activity.
associated with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Just dragging them up.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Do we think takeaways are a legit stat when it comes to awards?
I think they are for like the DAR and the biscuit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're used for that.
And I think particularly when they're like compared with like giveaways versus takeaways, I think there's a lot of value there as well. But yeah, for sure, 100%. I don't know like what the awards team does or what the like all-star committee does in terms of giveaway takeaway, and how that factors into their decision. So I think it's a super super legit stat. I wish I paid more attention to it in terms of like seeing how giveaway takeaway ratios affected like team success. Actually, is that anything in here about that?
No,
or is it just individual?
It's just look at. Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if that like there's any relationship. Um, but I'm also not willing to put in any work on that. So
Yeah, no,
in
that
my
was
SHL
cool
career.
media to see.
How many site jobs have you had, and which are your favorite?
You want to go with that one first, or you want me to go
I
first?
mean, with you, it's just all of them, right?
A good amount.
Not quite, but like a lot, right?
It has been historian,
Have
head
you been an updater?
historian, updater. Yes, I was an
Oh.
updater. GM, budget head, PT person, uh, co-commissioner, JHO, rookie mentor, uh, dev. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, but a good amount.
Yeah. Got a favorite?
And my favorite would be GM, obviously.
I think that makes sense. Let's see. For me, I did two different like stints as an updater. I was a banker for quite a long time,
Oh,
across like multiple different variations of the bank. Um, File worker for the SHL, and a very brief period as co-GM in Kelowna.
okay.
I think that's it. Yep, yep. Favorite? Boy, I don't know. I didn't like my time as co-GM was weird. Like, I didn't really, I didn't necessarily want to be there. I was more like,
Yeah.
oh, our only other options are bad, so I'll do it.
When
um,
you had to.
I never wanted to be in management. Uh, so probably my favorite was, man, I don't know. Back in the day, I enjoyed updating in a way, in that it like really really hyper plugged me into the league, because having to go through all the update threads, and it put me in contact with a lot of people, because I was, I would message people about their updates, or I was actually, back when we had assigned teams, I would work with the GMs of my teams, as far as getting regression done and making sure everybody was done in time, that kind of thing. So it put
Yeah.
me in contact with people I wouldn't normally be in contact with. And
Yeah, I
like I
remember
said, like
when.
when you become like very like intimately familiar with a subset of players, it's like, I don't know, really, it made me feel like I was like really in touch with the league. So
Yeah, I remember when the updaters. It was everyone had two teams they were a part of, and then you had backup updaters. That was
yeah.
my first job was a backup updater.
I had the two for a first stretch. I had the two most active teams in the league in New England and LA,
Hmm.
and both of them were like 15 player, no, maybe like 12, about 12 players I think active. Which back then, this was like late 20s, early 30s kind of time. That was a
Yeah,
lot. Like that was super active, and we got paid a flat amount.
it
Was
was like
eight
6 mil,
8 mil.
8 mil.
Yep. And then I I quit because I got annoyed because I felt like other people didn't care as much as I did or put in as much effort as I did. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm done. And then they like
Wow.
immediately bumped the pay to 10. I was like, I'm back in
Son of a bitch, you
for like
pulled
two
me
or three more
back in.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, had enough for coaching and training.
Yeah. Which success slash failure streak surprised you the most? This is
Oh yeah,
another.
That was a really good one too.
I don't really remember this one too
It
well. I
was
know I
funny seeing
glanced at it.
Minnesota having the top two like worst streaks without playoffs or something like that. Uh yeah, this one was fun to see. It was, fun seeing the Tampa Bay 0
FFA's,
win.
yeah.
Uh and then
Trella's
I would
masterclass,
yeah,
even
Trell's
though it actually wasn't
masterclass.
his fault.
It was MCP.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
I just love that. I will always enjoy the meme of Trella being blamed for it.
Hmm. And then point increases that make sense, as with FHM it's easier to go from like bad to actually good. Where in SDHS it was kind of like sometimes like coin toss, like, oh, you're 25 and 23 this year, and then like you take a step back, but you got better as a team.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was cool to see. Was it the Minnesota season 20 to 24, and the New England season 11 to season 16, and still in there. But I think it was like the season 40s. Edmonton was a pretty good stretch of like, oh yeah, they just gotten better and better until
They
they had
had
that one super good season.
Brett Broadway, the goaltender. I'm pretty sure for that stretch, that like early 40s, I think.
No, that was
Or is that late 30s or mid 30s?
that was
So Brett
that was
Broadway.
early
Okay.
30s, late 30s. It was Brett Broadway.
Okay. I
It
thought
was
it might have been
Buford's
40s.
player that they got from Toronto in the 40s.
30s Broadway. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was Toast. He took over for JY.
I just remember there was a
That's
string of
funny.
seasons where Broadway was just like carried Edmonton. He was so good.
Yeah, that's
The team was
30s.
not particularly good overall from my memory.
That's the 30s, yeah. Yeah, the most consecutive round above 800, Winnipeg season 68 to season 71 makes sense. They were some of the best teams in the league. They just couldn't win a cup.
Did they got one in that stretch though, right?
No, they got it in
Or is it
season
outside of that?
72.
It was outside of
or
that window.
73.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that was funny. And then as much as the most consecutive seasons over X, the most funniest is the streaks from below 500 or whatever when it was Minnesota in the top two. It was like multi-decade stretches.
Man.
Oh, Minnesota.
Good times. There we go. Consecutive under
Well,
500.
maybe for some of them.
Believe it or not, they used to be a good team. It was
Believe it
a
or
very
not.
long time ago, and it didn't last particularly long. But there was
Yeah.
a period.
Under 500, Minnesota up there twice with 14 and 11.
Tough.
Rough.
Tough.
Yeah. They didn't get the most consecutive season under 400 though. That goes to Montreal, but we'll see how long that takes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else we got here? Not interested. Oh, okay. Is it? I've always struggled. Is it Reno or Reno? Like I want to say Reno, like the
Reno.
city, because I don't know
It's
why.
Reno.
But for some reason in my head it's like, is it? Okay. But at any rate, they want to know why won't Troy return their calls?
You gotta ask Troy.
I mean, Troy's a scumbag, so I wouldn't expect him
Well,
to return anybody's calls, really. Really.
yeah.
All right, Mike Liut. What's a fun fact about yourself that you think nobody else in the league knows?
They
Relax, buddy.
they know too much about me already. I can't give them another one.
Like nobody knows anything about me. My go-to for this is always that I can wiggle my ears, and I can wiggle my right independently of my left, but not the other way around.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I made an
That's a
effort,
fun
like
fact.
a directed effort to learn how to wiggle my ears when I was young.
Mhm.
And it paid off. It paid off.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a fun party trick.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to not hear you for a minute, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
I can't really. You see both. It takes me a moment of concentration to figure out how to do it right. Yeah. Not sure if that worked out. I can't.
That worked out. That worked out. Don't worry.
Okay. I can't watch myself while facing the camera, so, so I don't know if both
Yeah.
were visible. But yeah.
No,
It takes me like I have to connect it in my head to make the right go without the left.
Gotta get the neurons activated.
Yeah. All right. Slicer. Luke just did the top 75 of the 70s. Who surprised
Or
you the
top
most?
70 of the 70s.
Oh yeah, 70 of the 70s. Yeah.
How dare he?
Come on, Slicer, get it together. Who surprised you the most? Who do you think you would put higher if you personally did a list with bias?
Oh yeah, because this was all just like I ran it through a little scale, and I just did the scale and no voting. I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
definitely put Hodor higher for
yeah.
sure.
I was kind of surprised he was as low as he was.
Yeah, I mean points,
Yeah,
are a
that
big
was the.
factor.
But and also like
Yeah.
I think he has fewer wins for the Stevens than people realize as well. Like he's been nommed so many times, but
Oh,
doesn't
for
he
the
only have like
biscuit,
two
yeah,
wins?
yeah, only has 2 wins on the
Yeah,
biscuit.
the
Yeah,
biscuit. Sorry,
yeah, how dare you? Um, and
which I
then
think it surprises me, even though I am kind of aware of it. Like it
yeah,
still seems like wow, I feel like he probably should have won more. But
hmm well, Just Time also only has like 2 McBrides and
yeah,
five more
I mean
noms.
that makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Oh wow, so you don't think Justin Time is a good goalie? Okay,
I mean,
heard it here
in
first.
the sense that like
Heard it here
he's got
first,
a
folks.
huge number of wins, but like the actual individual like save percentages are they're good, not like McBride
Yeah.
winning every season. So.
hmm but other than that, like I mean, there were certain points where I was like, oh, I'm surprised he got this high or this low. I think I noted it in some of the stuff. But I mean, uh nothing like stands out in my mind of like what is who went higher or lower. I think some of the defensive defensemen should have been higher, and then I think some of the goalies probably could have been
I suppose how
lower
did
on the
you
list.
how did you compare it? Because I mean, obviously with skaters, it's relatively straightforward how you compare them. But like, how do you compare a goalie? Like, how did
Well,
you?
I just ranked the goalies against all the other goalies in that said season. I just put a number to it, and then I just guessed and checked a bunch of times, and I'm like,
Okay,
okay, that looked all right.
yeah, because like,
And that's what I did for the top 75. So I just copied and pasted it
how
for
did you score the goalies then? I guess.
it was weighted by shutouts, save percentage, wins, and goals saved above average
Okay, and
for
then
each
like a
individual
similar kind
season.
of award setup with the.
Yeah, it was like each award there was certain point values. So like awards mean a lot more than anything else.
Hmm,
Like I think for Thief, I know like the points for Thief was like he had 21 points in the regular season. Like that's the point that I'd signed him. And then for awards, it was another 40 points. So it was a more awards heavy
hmm,
on the bias. Like
yeah,
some of the like Shoyo Hinata probably should have been higher, but he just didn't win any awards. Players like that,
yeah.
or Miko Rashford as well.
Where did Rashford rank? I don't remember. Was he
He
even
was
on it?
like 17, 16.
Okay. For some reason I yeah I didn't remember, but
Yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
yeah, that was a fun thing. I didn't realize how many words I wrote until the end. It was
Oh
like
really?
shit.
What was
Yeah,
the
it was
total?
25,000.
25. Actually, I have it
Yeah.
open. Yeah, I didn't realize I had it open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like right at the 1 through 5 at the end. I says the total.
yeah. I saw you. I noticed you edited because I got a got a notification
Oh yeah,
for the ad.
for the top 5, I just left all the like I just left all the notifications on. Like for everything else, I separated the at and the user so no one got spoiled. But for the top 5, I was like, what are they gonna do? Not know? So
I mean, yeah, yeah. I didn't. I like the top five was maybe a little bit tricky, but I figured like myself and Lacksmith would be top three. But outside of that, I wasn't really sure.
yeah,
Um,
no, I think you had the highest regular season score.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. In terms
just
of like,
looking at, yeah,
yeah, my
just in terms of points
perfect
off of that, just
hasn't
because,
been great in the
you had
playoffs.
insane.
Good, not great. Like,
Yeah, and yeah, I also didn't do any playoff score off of that.
oh
I
really?
was debating about
Well,
it, but
did
it was
you
just like,
do points for the
yeah,
Razov?
yeah. That's the only thing for
Okay,
playoffs was literally points for the Razov. But other than that, I did not grade playoff stuff at all,
okay.
which
That
uh,
probably would have hurt my player more than That
Yeah, it
melts
would have
anyway.
hurt gain some people. Like outdoor truck would have shot up if that was the case.
Oh yeah.
He had the third most points that decade in the
Oh wow.
postseason. Yeah. So it's like some names that you don't know, like would have been at like 25 because they went crazy in the playoffs, stuff like that. But nothing in the playoffs, just regular season against regular season,
Yeah.
and then obviously awards. So yeah, that was dumb funny. Can't wait to do that for the 80s.
Oh boy.
Oh
Are you
boy,
gonna do 80?
yeah,
Oh jeez.
I
Oh
have
man.
to.
All right. Well,
70s, 70
see you
for
in 2 years,
70s,
I
80s
guess.
for
Oh.
80s. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, we'll see.
uh, excuse me. All right. I guess we didn't really answer a whole lot of that, but we did. We answered
That's okay.
a fair bit.
We
It's
answered
fine.
enough.
Count Chocula. He wants to know, of all our players, who has been your favorite?
Luke Thomason for me, for sure.
Hmm.
The one that I could have actually gone to the Hall of Fame, but didn't get any awards. But yeah, definitely my favorite. Especially it's just like, my first player.
Yeah, I think a lot of people it's their first player, myself included. My
What?
old,
Not
the
Adam
old.
Perpich, the GOAT?
Listen, like it's just it's a completely different league, and like also a part
Uh-huh.
of it is like the new player experience or like the first. It makes such a
Oh yeah,
difference, and
for sure.
also like actually the biggest part is the style of play, like the not I guess in the sense that playing the league as a whole, like
Mm-hmm.
going to free agency and getting traded and getting moved around a whole bunch is like kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
like
You're,
having
you're saying your next player is gonna do that again?
my next player might not even make it out of the J. I don't know. Like I'm already Luke. I already have the start of my first deep dive for my next player.
That's
Like I
funny.
pulled stats. I got a title which I'm actually quite happy with.
What's
Um,
the name?
it's going to be titled "You Should Know the Name Kelly Rivet."
Like
Um,
Snuffle?
yes,
Snuffle's
snuff
player?
player. Yep.
Damn, alright.
Yeah.
Let's
I got
go.
so, and that's actually what I wanted to ask you about with the STHS
Yeah.
stats. Is there anything missing anymore? Because he's got a
Uh,
weird set of stats. He's got like he's started in like S30 and then S31. There's nothing, and then he's got from then on he's got like full seasons of stats.
I'll have to
It's
check.
it's weird. It's very weird. So I don't know like what I don't know if that could be accurate because I think I don't know. I actually don't know. Anyway,
It should be all there, but
see, I thought
well,
so.
let's
I thought we
see.
had like gotten all that, but like his are particularly weird. He's got like 22 games played one season, then like a gap season, and then full seasons for like the rest of his career. It's
That's interesting. Let me look at the
it's
Bojo
it's
box.
weird. Um,
Kelly Rivet.
the other one that I want to
Um,
do, but I haven't like decided what my second deep dive is going to be. But the other one is probably going to be Minnesota related.
yeah. Wait, we could just ask Wally. Wally was his GM.
Yeah, no, well, Wally might know the season. Yeah, yeah,
But no, it looks like season 30 he played 22 games
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he took 2 seasons off and then started in season 32. I imagine season 30 was his first season that he got drafted.
I
And
think
for
so. I
whatever
think yeah,
reason he played
he was a
22 games.
S30 player. Yeah, yeah. That
All
was his
right,
draft
Wally,
class.
why you do that, Wally?
Oh, it's I've let's see. No, I didn't actually record the other. And when I pulled his stats, I left the weird seasons out because I didn't know what to do with them. So I don't
Yeah,
actually have them.
season 30 was the only weird season. I think that's just because uh Portland was doing Portland things.
You know, it could be because they were dealing with the tampering at the time. Maybe I don't. No, no,
Maybe.
actually, no. This would have been after tampering. Never mind, because that was like
Uh-huh.
28 S28 or something like that when they had to deal with tampering.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just work as though they all the whatever is totally accurate. I mean, I'm not really interested in his stats anyway. That's not the story I'm trying to tell here, Luke. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, nothing looks out of the ordinary. I mean, like Don Pellegrino has 1 game less played, but I mean, he only played 1 minute a game, so it's not like
yeah,
crazy.
it's strange. It was just caught me off guard. Of like, what's happening here? Why is this?
Yeah, but hold on, let me look at the index for the season for season 30, the old one,
It could be helpful and put
obviously.
this on stream, but
Maybe. Portland was bad that season, and uh, Kelly Rivet did play 22 games.
yeah, pretty weird.
So, uh, ask Wally. Smile.
I don't
Unless they
remember.
named like their bot Kelly Rivet.
I have no idea.
I
No
don't
clue.
know.
All right. Anyway, yeah, favorite player, first player. There you
Yeah, first player for both of
go.
us.
First player. Yeah. Do you think free agency would be more active if users were not allowed to roll over bank accounts to their created players, to their recreated players? Excuse me.
As someone with a lot of money, no.
Well, I mean, like if you couldn't hold on to that money. That's the,
Oh,
that's the question.
no, because the incentives to get lots of money inherently hurts teams. So when you're trying to go to another team for money, teams just won't have that money.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is like this would take like to it might help, but I think like this would require larger overall changes to the league
Mm-hmm.
if we like cut out bank rollover. I don't know what exactly that would mean. Like if money would be easier to come by, or if we would just like. I mean, I guess you could like wholesale change the league and not change anything else, or sorry, change the rollover and then not change the rest of the league, and see what happened. But I don't know. I have no idea. Um,
But probably not count. So terrible question.
but I mean, and Kari brings up SSL, and SSL is too different in how they do it. Like, there's a limit to how much money you can possibly make in a season
Oh,
outside of
really?
contract. So it's like if we did something like that, where it was more like that, um, maybe.
But how else will I get lots of money, Rich?
I don't know what to tell you there, Luke. Isn't massive? Yeah. I mean, it still is. It's different in a way that I think. I guess I don't. I've only been in the SSL for like 2 seasons, so um, so I don't know if what they do over there makes free agency more active. I guess transfers. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I think the thing to make free agency more active is a change in league culture and hockey culture as a whole, which isn't going to happen in either instance. So,
Yeah, you can't make
Players that like their GM and like their team go to a new team
yep,
just for SHL money.
yep,
Has to be something different,
yep. And
which
I think
I don't think
especially
we can have
now,
right now.
like with the way the league is now, it is actually almost kind of in a way bad to move, um, because of like the chemistry and the way budgets are set up now. At least from what I see within LA, like making space for free agency is not an easy task for a lot of teams. I'm sure. Um, so
Yeah,
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough out there if you want to be a free agent.
it is tough out there. We
um,
should all go to to new
league
teams.
full, no space. Yeah, sorry. uh, should GMs be allowed to know if another GM changes their lines?
Oh yeah, that was a fun.
Is this
I in a
something that
perfect
happened that I
world,
don't know about?
oh, it was a thing where like, yeah, Tampa was, yeah, it was a GM chat thing. Um, in an ideal world, probably not. But since the system we have in place allows for all GMs to see who does the lines, it would be nice if the GMs actually reacted when they did lines.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
got to be all or nothing.
yeah, it has
Right.
to be
So
all or not. Like it's either you take it all out and that's fine. I'm good with that, or everyone has to do it. It can't be a thing where there has to be some type of punishment if they don't do it.
all right. What else we got? Is that it? That might be it. I think that's it. Nice. Unless
Yeah.
it was Bytor's. Okay.
Nah, Baito is just about nothing.
Let me refresh, make sure Troy isn't doing any shenanigans here.
Oh, he probably did.
No,
Do a
we're
little
good, we're
refresh, see
good.
what happens.
Um,
Wow. Probably too busy.
Yeah. We got a little bit of time left. Got anything else? Anything else interesting going on?
Yeah, I mean, I reached 1 billion.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was fun.
Does that have any relationship to the 16,000 hours you've been in the league on the farm?
Probably a little bit. I mean, I did I went back to the manual, transactions and tracked all that so I could find out what exactly um I spent on everything, and that was fun to do. I got to see how much money I actually spent, which is a lot more than I thought.
Oh,
But
there you go.
also I earned a lot more.
It
Rivet
was
sent down
in
in 31.
31.
Perfect.
Yeah. Weird. That's
See?
weird. I thought 22. I think 22. I wonder if there was some like he might have only played because he was on the bench, and when there's penalties, he'll get filled in occasionally. This is how Alec played minutes in season 37. Was actually healthy scratched and still saw ice time because the game just or SCHS just put him in when Winnipeg had was shorthanded.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's probably what it was.
Yeah, Rivet did play all 50 games in 30. So,
Oh, really? I thought I only saw like 22 or something like that.
and the SMJHL, I meant.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was probably something like that.
Yeah, weird. All right. What were we talking about? Your billion.
Yeah, that was fun.
So you
Yeah.
got another giveaway planned,
I don't know yet.
or you did
I gotta
your?
think. I gotta think on that one.
How important is defending your crown? That's what I want to know.
Against who?
I don't know. That's what I. But like,
I
it's
mean, I
not.
dropped below 1 billion. Below, I spent, gave away 100 million, dropped below Carpi, and then brought it all back plus more.
But is
So
that something you would think about when, like, would you be like, I want to do something, but I don't want to not be in the top spot.
no, because that's dumb. I have enough
I
money
know.
for like 4 players, and I'll just always just out earn people.
Yeah. How much? How
'Cause
many?
Yeah.
How many times a week do you chirp?
0, maybe a couple times in a blue moon.
All right. I was just curious if you were a chirper or not.
No,
Not for any
I probably
particular
could have
reason.
gone
I
there
was-
faster if I was tripping, but can't be asked. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny looking at like the next like 5-ish people other than, well, actually, yeah, it's like Carpi graphics, Jess graphics, but mostly jobs now,
Hmm.
and then Ragnar all graphics, Jove definitely graphics, draft day graphics, like that's the next 4 players. and
Are
it's just-
cards the new updating? Is that what's going
Yes.
on?
Yes, 100%. But only if you know Photoshop. So it's a
Yeah,
small
yeah.
subspec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the next one up, I guess, is Carpi, and Carpi will, get a lot from the cards or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I'll probably do another giveaway or something. I mean, it's my yearly Super Bowl prediction thread anyway. So
Nice. Hey, Toast is in here now. Toast, you missed the very brief mention of Brett Broadway, unless you were here for that and you were just lurking.
oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I wonder why he came in. Why Toast came in.
We got international IIHF, which I hate saying because the double I freaks me out. Can't say it.
IHF.
IIHF. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's why I say double IHF.
I don't like that either.
All right.
Sorry.
We'll see.
Sorry.
Oh, stupid Quebec hosting. Oh, disgusting.
Hey, listen, this just lines it up for the Moon to host when they.
True, we do got to get Team Moon. Bro, let Quebec be an actual country in in the world first before making it the Assembly League one. Like you could have spent all that energy into actually going independent from Canada.
Oh, I
But yeah,
didn't
no.
know. This is fun.
Hopefully Team Czechia gets the gold, but I'm not hoping that we will. But yeah.
I didn't know we had this like players to watch stuff. I don't think it's new, but I guess forgot about it. I feel like I've seen this before. in
First
previous-
lives. I mean, there's definitely
Yeah,
been like players to
Maybe I'm
watch,
thinking
but
of
nothing,
media
like,
because I know
consistent.
there's been media where somebody did stuff like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is cool. I enjoy this. I still am not particularly interested in the IHF, but I
What?
like
You
that
don't
this is
like-
the thing. This is cool.
You don't like Team USA?
Well, I have no problem with Team USA is fine. All teams are fine. I don't particularly care.
Except for Quebec.
Uh,
Listen, all we gotta do is just turn Team USA into Team Moon, and we'll be fine.
what's Japan? What's
I'm
wrong with
hoping
Japan?
for
Japan's not fun.
well, Japan.
They hate
Czechia hates Japan.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. It's the Czechia thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Czechia thing. But yeah, hopefully IHF does something. I'm not in it, so
Oh yeah, 'cause
I don't know.
You're still young.
Yeah, my final WJC season.
What did you create? What position?
Center,
Center. Okay.
but will probably be a defenseman soon.
Ah, yes. The old GM classic.
Yep, slide to where it fit. But it depends on, I have some call ups that are forwards, or bringing in free agents or trading for someone. But our defense is pretty stacked right now. But we can always slide one more with me coming in.
Yeah, cool. Oh man, do the thing that nobody
Listen,
really wants to. Not that nobody wants to do it.
All
but, like,
roads lead to defenseman.
it's not. It's certainly less desirable.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody in chat got anything interesting going on they want us to talk about? BB's gonna stay goalie, huh?
There's like 7 goalies.
BB,
in
what
this,
if
and-
I told you if you switched, you could win back-to-back MVPs?
That's true. However, there's like 7 good goalies this draft, which is
Yeah.
exciting for someone that needs a defenseman or that needs a goalie this draft.
Where?
So there will be at least
This-
one goalie being drafted by New England. Are you going back to when
Going back to the-
Adam Perpich was a goalie?
the Perpic and Sloth and I think Otto von Bismarck. I think that's Squally's brother. I think.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit, what a squad right there.
The one season of perfect goaltending. Plus, he was like a monster in the WJC as well. Like
Mhm.
2 shutouts in 4 games and like a ridiculous save percentage as well. Kind of
Yeah.
funny. Kind of funny. Good times.
Back when Adam Perpich
So, yeah.
was then forced to become a
Forced.
forward.
No, I was forced by my own ego and realizing
Yeah.
that nobody was going to take me in the first round probably. So can't have that.
And then
Can't have that.
And then he didn't want to come to New England.
I mean, kinda. not really, but kinda. I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
But did I tell you about that? When I
Yeah.
heard all the stuff that was going on, I got myself like overly excited at the prospect of LA, and I was like, it's not that I didn't want to go to New England. It's just like I got too excited about LA, and then
Who did I draft that season? I forget.
What's that?
I forget who I drafted that season.
You got Jack Hammer and Sean Davies, I think is the other one, right?
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, no, it was like
Good players.
yeah. Davies didn't pan out quite as well as Jack
No,
Hammer.
Davies was great. Davies lasted longer than Hammer.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I guess
He
I
was a
thought
rock-solid
Hammer
defenseman.
lasted longer.
No, look at Davies' career.
Yeah, I definitely thought
He was a perfect complementary defenseman for Zoram.
go back to probably like mid 70s.
Yeah,
the
go to
easiest
any
way to-
season 70.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know.
He's right there. He earns like 30 points a game, 30 points a season, bunch of shots blocked. You know, he did his role.
I'm more interested in his the old. Where are we at here? Sean Davies. I just saw him. There he is. Let's see. Oh no, my Zoom 1600. It's pretty solid. I guess that's
Yeah.
definitely high. I thought he was more like 14. Okay,
Nope, he was great.
that's pretty good.
I can't complain about his career at all. He was great. I wish someone picked him up for season 80, but
Jack.
I guess, you know.
Oh yeah, you had fewer seasons for sure, huh?
Yeah, Hammer got busy, but you know, he peaked pretty well.
Yeah, they both peaked
1600.
roughly the same spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit less. Ah, interesting. I definitely thought it was the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm wrong. Cool. All right. Oh, you're gonna BV. You're gonna do a two-way defender or power forward. Power forward, man. It's not.
Power forward.
The nostalgia of the STHS power forward gets me. You know.
Oh, that's.
I don't know what power forwards look like in FHM, if I'm honest. So. Oh, Mike Lewitt says heard from Hammer last month. Nice. Just out of the sim leagues. Totally fair.
Doing his own thing.
Cool. Oh, STHS. I don't know anything about defense in STHS, so I have no clue what that even.
Yeah, that was Koa's original player. Was
oh yeah.
a
God.
Defensive defenseman.
Utterly
in
like
STHS.
just a pylon, just letting shot. Like some of the shots would hit you, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
that's how Pulley's defenseman in season 50 got all the way to like 32.
I, as a power forward, voluntarily had a shooting weakness way before the meta was revealed. Let's say, not, and it was kind of fine. I'm sure it could have been better, but also as a power forward, your options were skating, passing, or shooting. Those were your weakness options. So, like, actually all bad. Anyway. A two-way defenseman is, like, in terms of FHM. I don't know enough about defensemen in FHM, but it feels like two-way is kind of the way, because, I don't know, it just feels like you absolutely want to be defensive on some level. Like, I feel like offensive defenseman, I don't know, doesn't seem that great or that enjoyable. But again, I'm speaking as somebody who's, like, not knowledgeable and has not played defense. So yeah. Cool. I like how this like top row just runs together as like one long scramble with the zoom. I just caught that in the old stream preview window. It's like, oh god, what a nightmare. Anybody else in chat got anything interesting? Anything fun going on? We're kind of. Hey, Luke, have you opened any card packs lately?
Oh yeah, I open them every day.
You've been doing like rubies?
Yeah, I open the rubies every day.
I don't know if I did or I don't think I opened the ruby packs. Let's do that really quick because why not?
Yeah, I got 200 base packs to go through, but I'm saving those.
So that night, the last time we recorded, when I saw the perfect card, I opened all my cards. So I don't.
You couldn't wait.
I'm back down to 27. Guess what? Didn't get them.
Oh,
shocking, right?
Did you buy your ruby today?
I don't think I did. I did not. I've been trying to keep up with it, mostly because it's a way to kill like a minute at work. So
yeah. Listen, making it so there's no subscription on a ruby pack is great. People just have to go to the site now.
Oh, look at that! We got Adam Barron. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. We love. Oh God, now I'm forgetting his Charlie Conway.
Stadium.
Charlie Conway.
Oh, yeah, just Charlie Conway.
Yeah.
I thought it was Stadium Gambler.
No, this is he was the old Toronto crew. He was on that S58 team that was the Ultimate Sadness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for season 72, it was to what chair? Trevor Trevor Project, I think.
70
72.
no, that was this most recent one, wasn't it?
Couldn't
Wait.
tell you, but I think 72 was to the Trevor to some good
I don't remember.
charity.
The only two I remember were Trevor Project and the CODA, the children's organ transplant.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought Trevor Project was this one that we did in '77.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't remember. I don't know.
All good causes though.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
love the SHL.
forget who made the
charity card.
template. Yeah. Yeah, I forget who made the template, but they always do a great job. Well, no, it is. If you click on the card on the bottom, it shows it was like Trans Lives Matter or something like that.
Oh, yeah, but I thought Trans Lifeline. Oh, was that the
Oh,
one?
Trans Lifeline. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought
Oh.
I thought that was like the European alternative when we did Trevor Project. But I don't remember. I don't know. I can't remember this stuff.
Lots of good causes.
Man.
Yeah, the recent one was the Trevor Project. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Card.
So I guess maybe that was the. And we don't have the 77 cards yet. Which always exciting.
Eventually, they're being worked on.
Yeah,
they're being worked on.
I'm not being impatient. I just am excited to see
Yeah.
when they show up.
I
love the charity cards.
Yeah.
I think they're some of the best. They all look great. Let's see. Still just RM. Still just RM.
Oh, he's on your team. Go ask him.
I hate asking for when people don't have duplicates. I'm gonna chill.
Oh my God.
I'm a patient man, Luke.
Yeah. Listen, Kari, every day she asks me for all my jammins.
I think. Did I trade? I don't know. See what I got for. Didn't I trade some away? I don't know. I don't have very many. Yeah, I got a few. Not many.
Got a few. The 2K one's kind of good.
I mean, the 2K cards all look. There's another one. They all look great. Cool. I'm sorry, James. I actually don't know if I've traded any. Can you look at past trades? Complete. Have I done any?
You could just search for her name.
No, I'm scrolling, Luke. I'm scrolling.
Oh, okay.
I guess not. Yeah, guess not. Okay. I like to scroll, all right?
Yeah, whatever.
Listen, I got a new mouse, so I actually do like to scroll because my scroll wheel works correctly now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Let's. You don't like wrapping it up here?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
good. We talked a lot.
Anything else? Anything else from chat? Anything else? Last call.
Last call.
I gotta eat dinner. I probably should have eaten before we did this, but I did not.
Mm-hmm. Koa, how many people have you scouted this year?
Who?
Koa.
Oh, okay.
For the draft.
No one's scouting anymore, Rich.
Scouting is a hot button
one's
topic.
scouting. Bro.
Because I feel like nobody's happy with the level of scouting in the league, and
Well, it seems like
I have no way of knowing outside of because the people that are probably happy with it probably aren't saying anything, right?
Yeah.
But you definitely hear people like,
Bro.
you know,
You're the problem, Koa. Bro, I'm the only one scouting for some points. Like I'm the only one that I'm one of two teams that scouted Raven, even though he's a goalie. I scouted like
Raven is a gem as well.
15 people so
Raven's
far,
great.
and I know Hills have had scouted, a bunch as well. Like we're like asking them like, oh yeah, who scouted you? And it's like 3-4 people. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Scouting's just a fun thing.
It's also, oh man, yeah, it's great. No, we love it. We love scouting.
Yeah, I got to respond to a couple people still that sent me messages in the last couple hours, but
that's a lot. Yeah, there's a fair bit of some teams don't have picks, and so they fully just don't scout.
Here's the thing, though.
No, I'm going to agree with you because I think I know what you're going to say.
I'm going to get on my soapbox. even though you don't have picks, it is great just to have a good introduction to the user and
Yes.
player, just in case, like 5 seasons later, they're on the block when they're on free agency. You actually have like an in with them rather
Yep.
than just being like a random person, be like, "Hello, we would like you for this team," but instead you have like some type of repertoire or something. Also, just scouting is the best part of the league, especially for the first for first gens. It's basic. It's like, remember the first time you were part of the league.
Yeah. No, it's like 100%.
It's the funnest part. So like, why not give that back to the other users? Even though you're not gonna be drafting them, you might as well just figure out what they want out of the league, and then like as a GM, if you want to alterative motive, you know what I mean, motive, that if you want to acquire them or trade for them, sign them in free agency, whatever, you have some connection with them before jumping into a blank Discord DM being like, "Hi, I would like you for my team. Do you want to be a part of my team?" And then they're like, "I don't know you."
Yeah. No, it's 100%. Like, and it's easy for me to say because I haven't scouted in like 8 years or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, it's an advantage if you scout. You have an advantage in the league as a team. It's just like, yeah, it's long-term strategy for
That being said, I did
trades,
not
for
scout
free agency.
Slicer.
Yeah. And I like,
I
but listen, so it gets weirder too. Like the scouting experience as a user it's very different. Like BV was talking about five teams scouting them, in spite of being like a lot of people saying, BV should be like a top 5 pick, which is a goalie thing. It's unfortunate, but it's like kind of the reality of the league. But I had like a pretty similar experience, I think, in that like people were like, yeah, we're scouting you, but like we're probably not going to take you because you're a goalie and we expect you to go high, and we don't need a goalie. It's kind of a bummer, for sure. I
Mhm.
thankfully didn't have anybody like actively ask me if I was switching, or like ask me to switch or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see how that would be like. If I was like set on being a goalie and a team asked me to switch, it would be like kind of like, really? Come on. But yeah. Welp. Yeah, Raph going second round as well. That's just like the goalie thing. You got to
That's
be
goalie
like,
thing.
I don't know. I mean, BV probably seems like they should go in the first round, but it's the thing of
I
like,
think we go BV then Raven.
I don't know, like I don't know. The draft class seems pretty good for a handful of recreates. I'm not intimately familiar with it, but I know there's some, like, I would think pretty highly thought of users in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But like going early in the goalie is like, as a goalie is like, you got to be somebody like Carpy, kind of
There's
like,
only been one first overall goalie, and that was season 1.
yeah, season 1, Ryan Jester. Is it Ryan Jester?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Good old Jester. Yeah, Raven's pretty cool. I was on. I've been on a team with Raven a couple of times. I think in Toronto,
Mhm.
and then way back in New England, briefly.
New England. Yeah. Raven is a New England head, so
Yep. I think their
everyone
first
should let
player was
them
drafted there in like 29
first
or
two
something like
players,
that. Or...
20, 27, and 42.
Okay, I didn't know the second player as well. Did not know.
Yeah, Rafe
Oh
Ulrich.
yeah, Ray Fulrick. That's right, because that was the
Yeah.
player who was there, I think, when I thought about going there for free agency, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right.
All right. I'm good.
Cool. I I don't know when we'll be back next. Probably not next week because there's not going to be much going on for the next like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be a whole lot to talk about unless something crazy happens in the league, which I've not heard any whispering of. So.
I did trade for Cloud Robot.
There's been a lot of trades like, yeah, Toronto is doing all kinds of moves.
They're selling. Yeah, it was funny.
Well, are they
Toronto's
fully selling? Because haven't they brought some players in as well?
yeah, Jay.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know.
Jay's doing his thing. It was funny. At first, it was like, yeah, we'll try for one more season and then we'll blow it up. And then because we were looking at other users and I was like, is Cloud Robot available? And he goes, no. And then 3 days later he goes, Cloud Robot's available. Like sick. I would like him, please.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on over there.
They're getting younger.
I mean, that's maybe the right move. I don't know. I don't know what the roster
We'll
looks
see.
like at this point. So, but it feels like when you take a penalty, a big like cap penalty, I don't know, and you have to
That's
move players to counter
classic
that.
Toronto.
What do you do?
Cap penalty, classic
Also,
Toronto.
new GM going for a rebuild. That's like a classic move.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
Even if that rebuild is like kind of weird, but whatever. No
Mhm.
hate. No hate.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get going.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, see you.
And that's it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody in chat. We appreciate you. It'll probably be at least a week before we come back. And yeah, thanks for being here. It's a lot more fun when there's people in chat. See ya.